How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to the Madden NFL 24 Franchise Ring Challenge. We have our final NFC Conference Championship team, our final team for the NFC before we get to the Super Bowl teams, which would be the Eagles and the Chiefs, and that is going to be the 49ers. So, before we get into the gameplay, leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Comment on this videos, go to socials, playlist, second channel, main channel, down in the description if you like other content from TJP. For those that don't know how this works, 5 seasons. 2 winning Super Bowl. Injuries are not meant to be realistic, and if we mispronounce some names, we mispronunciate some names. Again, it's a video game at the end of the day. It's not meant to be realistic. It's just have fun. It's a video game. It's by EA, so you know it's not realistic regardless. So we're just gonna have some fun here. So that's all we can hope for. So with that all being said, let's get on to the gameplay. All right, so let's take a look here at the team. So if we look at the roster, the 49ers, they've got an interesting squad. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Brock Purdy, QB. Running backs will be Christian McCaffrey. That's pretty good running back to have on the squad. Fullbacks will be Juszczyk, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Jamon Jennings. Top 3 receivers. George Kittle, tight end with Warner and Latu. Okay, a lot of tight ends. Left tackle's Trent Williams. Aaron Banks, left guard. John Feliciano is our center. Right guard's going to be Spencer Burford. McKivitz is going to be a right tackle. Left end's going to be Clellan Ferrell. Right end's going to be Nick Bosa. Then we've got Javon Hargrave, defensive tackle, Burks. Left outside linebacker, mid linebacker going to be Fred Warner. Right outside linebacker going to be Dre Greenlaw. We got Travarius Ward corner with Lenore and Isaiah Oliver. Our top 3 corners. We got Gibson Sr. and Talanoa Hufanga. Strong safety. Kicking is Moody. Punting is Wisnowski. And then your picks. We just don't have our 5th rounder this year. So overall, I feel like this team's going to be pretty good. There's not really much that I feel like we have to do, because I do think this team should be able to make the playoffs in our first season. But look at the team salaries. That's not what I meant to do. I mean, obviously, also this team in real life is 5-0. It's coming off a beatdown in real life against the Cowboys. So, but let's look at the roster and see if there's any, improved team functionalities. Obviously there's a couple positions of need that we could improve on. Obviously improving our lines, offensive line especially. And we could pick up like a right guard if we wanted to for the season, like a Gabe Jackson. We could also get a better right tackle, which I think maybe that's what I'll do. I can get Collins for the season, which I might consider. I mean, we have the money to do so. I think I'm going to get Lyle Collins, because why not? Why not pick him up for the year, right? If it's going to make our line better, might as well. Left outside linebacker. We could pick up like an Anthony Barr if we wanted to for the season, or Melvin Ingram. I'll pick up Melvin Ingram for the season. Why not? And I think that's going to be about it. There's really no need for many trades. At least not at this point. Maybe at the midseason we can consider. But for now, yeah, a couple of transitional pieces just to improve the depth. And let's look at the team scheme. Just make sure that we're all set. We got 92 on the West Coast zone run, which I think is what we're going to keep. That is our best. And then 4-3 cover 3 on the defense. We might go base 4-3 since that's 95%. And that is exactly what I'm going to do with Kyle Shanahan. So I'll see you guys at the midseason point. Again, this team's going to be really good. Should be good at least. Hopefully we stay healthy and have a good season. To a good start right now. 5-2 on the season, which is pretty solid. We're number 4 ranked offense. Our defense is 23rd, which could be better. So we're going to take a look at the stats here and see what's going on. So Brock Purdy's doing pretty solid. 430 yards, 11 TDs, 4 interceptions, 71% completion percentage, and a 107.9 passer rating. Rush-wise, McCaffrey, 724 yards rushed for, and 10 TDs. Love it. Elijah Mitchell, 199.5 for him. Deebo Samuel, receiving, 433, 4 TDs, 357, and 3 from Ayuk. Kittle, 241 and 2. Then we got Charlie Warner up there as well. Matt Pryor on the blocking. We know all the guys on the blocking are pretty solid, so we'll take it. And then in terms of defense, Dre Greenlaw is leading the team in tackles with 51-50 from Fred Warner, 37 from Lenore, 27 from Brown, 25 from Funga, Hargrave, 24-23 from Armstead, Ward, and Melvin Ingram, 20 from Tayshawn. Bosa, Oliver, 17-13 respectively. You can see the sacks, 4 from Bosa, 2.5 apiece for Hargrave and Armstead. 2 from Melvin. We got 5 interceptions as a team, 2 from Gibson Sr. And then you got your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. McCaffrey the touchdown. Nice. And I switched teams by accident. Yeah, there's like I had popcorn, so it's like I'm just trying to get. Oh yeah, and also Ray. He's got a TD as well. So we're 4th in yards, total yards. I would say our passing is going to be relatively solid. I mean, yeah, near the top of the league. Our rush is certainly at the top, number 1. We're scoring 30.9 points per game, which is 3rd best offense. So far, so good. Now, defensively, in terms of total yards, we've given up a lot of yards, so teams are getting up and down the football field against us, and it's probably due to the fact that we're not really defending too well against passing yards, but our rush defense has been pretty solid. We're allowing 150 points per game. I mean, that's certainly bottom half of the league, so we could look to improve there, or close to bottom half. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here in the rest of the way. I mean, I don't know if there's a move we want to make. I want to see if we've got some negotiations. I don't know who those guys would be, but Collins, Farrell. I mean, is somebody like too good? It looks like. I mean, Gibson, he's kind of on the older side. Yeah, and like the guys like Melvin Ingram. So for the most part, I mean, yeah, we just signed some additional pieces for this season, which I expected that to kind of go that way. I mean, one thing I might want to do is maybe we could move a couple of those guys and get some extra picks. Future draft capital since we don't have that cap room. But even then, I don't know. Can we make a move? We'd have to throw in a player. So if we have some depth at extra positions, like I think it would be worth it. So I'll look around and see what we have in store for us and go on from there. All right, this small deal with the Bears. Get rid of Feliciano Allen, and we got a 2024 extra 6th round pick. So nothing too crazy, but just small move to get an extra pick. So that's about it, I think, for moves. I mean, maybe we could look around to get more picks, but chances are it's probably just going to keep the team the way it is the rest of the way, and we'll see you guys at the end of the season where we should be in the playoffs. Okay, for a second I wasn't paying attention to my screen, and I was like, did we really miss the playoffs? No, we went 13-4. And we get the bye. We get the bye in our first season. Love that. Let's take a look here at the statistics and see what we got going on. So we're going to be in the division automatically. Purdy, not too bad of a season, 48 yards, 28 TDs, 8 interceptions, 67% completion percentage, 108.3 pass rating, which is pretty solid. McCaffrey, 1,596 yards, rushed for 19 TDs, 421 and 9 from Mitchell. Looks like we had 29 rush TDs in total, which is pretty good. In terms of receiving, Ewick, 1,075 yards, 12 TDs, 87 and 8 from Samuel, 652 and 2 from Kittle. And Chris McCaffrey even got 309 yards of his own. In terms of blocking, overall not too bad from the squad. We'll take it. Defensively, 152 tackles from Dre Greenlaw, 121 from Freddie Boa, 35 from Lenore. Talanoa's got 75-69 from Melvin Ingram, 66 from Travaris Ward, 58 from Brown, 54 from Hargrave, 51 piece between Gibson Sr. and Nick Bosa, 49 from Armstead. So not too bad. I can see there in terms of sacks, Nick Bosa with 10. Armstead 4.5, 4 from Ingram, 3.5 from Hargrave, and then half from those guys. 3 interceptions between Brown and Gibson Jr., 2 from Lenore and Oliver, Ward and Warner with 1. Moody's kicking, punting, and each kick return and punt return from the guys. So overall, not too bad. Top 5 in offensive yards, which is cool to see. Our passing is probably on the lower side. Yeah, it is a little bit on the lower side, but our rush was near the top. Second best. I don't know who the best team was. Chiefs? No, Bills. 16-1. Jeez. How much points did we score a game? 27.2. It's pretty good. And then defensively, in terms of yardage, don't know exactly where we ranked, but we did a little bit better. Our passing was certainly near the bottom, but our rush defense was certainly near the top. Now, we did allow 405 points, which is a pretty fair bit amount, as you can see. I know I'm moving around a lot. My neck is killing me. That's why. Anyways, yeah, we're a good team. Conversions we look like we're pretty good on. So hopefully this team does well in the playoffs. We're going to sim to the divisional and see if we can get out of that and go to the conference championship. The Packers, that's a good team, 12-5. You can see their rankings compared to ours. So, it could be... It could be a tough matchup. I mean, on paper, though, we are certainly the better team. We're going to go to the Super Sim, see what happens in the Super Sim, see if we can advance. We're at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, suburb of San Francisco. Let's see how we do in the Super Sim here. Sim to the end of the game here. Starting off here, first blood will be going to us. 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Second quarter, Green Bay is going to get a field goal there. And going to the second half, we are going to go in with a 14-3 lead. Go to score again, get a field goal. Score again, get a touchdown. We're up 24-3 right now. They get a touchdown, 24-10. They're going to not score again. And we're going to win 24-10 just like that. And go on to the conference championship game, which we were here last season in real life. So now we are here again. And there's that neck going through that shirt, as you could say. Ooh, beautiful. As the Packers lose 24-10 to the 49ers. Brock Purdy, solid performance. Not too bad. McCaffrey, 20 carries, 107 yards. Deebo Samuel, 4 receptions, 58 yards. Brandon Ayuk, 8 receptions, 112 yards. So overall, pretty solid. Shout out to the defense as well. They did pretty good too. In the NFC Conference Championship game, look who we're taking on. It's the Eagles. We know them too well. Let's see what happens this time around. See their rankings compared to ours. Obviously, a really good offensive team. So we'll see what happens. We're going to go to the Super Sim, try to beat them and advance to the Super Bowl. That'd be awesome in our first season. I'd love that. Here we are, NFC Conference Championship game, trying to go to the Super Bowl here. Playing against the Eagles once again, ironically. Just like last season in real life. So started off here in the first quarter. We are going to get the... No one's going to score. No, the Eagles are going to score, go up 7-0. Second quarter, we can't seem to score. And we're going to the second half. We still don't have a point. We finally tie it, 7-7. They're going to take the lead, though, 14-7. We're going to tie it up. Fourth quarter, can we get a stop? They get a field goal. It's tight, and we take the lead with a touchdown. Late touchdown there for the 49ers. 21-17. We escape the Eagles, and this time around, we are going to the Super Bowl in our first season without making really any moves. I mean, yeah, we made a couple trades, a couple signings and a couple, a trade at the midseason point to get rid of some dead weight and get an extra 6th rounder for this year. And other than that, I mean, we changed around schemes. But what a comeback there. Well, not really a comeback. I mean, we were down. Tight one. Very tight game. But we'll take the W as we get the win. And we're in the Super Bowl in our very first season. Let's see if we can win it. We got to take on the 16-1 Bills. Okay. Well, you can see their rankings. They were the number 1 defense, 13th offense. So if they could stop us from scoring, we might have a chance to win. So we'll see what happens. As you guys know, for those that don't know, the way we do Super Bowls is as follows. We go to the Super Sim, do quarter by quarter. If it's close, we hop on in and watch. Or if we're blowing them out, because we want to watch the Sim, or we want to watch the celebration a bit. We'll see how we do. We're going to fare. And, let's see if we can win a Super Bowl here. I'll see you guys in the Super Sim. All right, and we are here in the Super Sim. The 49ers in the Super Bowl to take on the Buffalo Bills. And we're going quarter by quarter here. Let's start it off here with first blood. We will not. It's going to be 0-0. Okay, low scoring right now. So in the next quarter here, Bills look like they're going to get a field goal, take the lead. Can we score? We cannot score. Still 3-0. So the Bills are shutting us down. I mean, they haven't scored either, 3-0, but we got to be able to score here. So we're going to jump forward to the third quarter. Kickoff, we do take the lead, 7-3, but they're going to take it right back, 7-10. We have the ball 3rd and 1, fourth quarter. We might be able to take the lead here. So we're going to jump to the next quarter here, and we don't take the lead, and they're going to take the lead here. All right, it's 17-14. Okay. Ooh, it's tight. It's tight. 3rd and 5. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go. 1st and 10, 9 reception. 2 minutes, 7. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 8 now on a 2-yard rush. And we're going to hop on in 3rd and 2. Minute 21 to go. And we'll see what happens here. 2 timeouts. Bills have all 3 timeouts. 3rd and 2. They're in a field goal range. So at 4th down here, they're gonna score. But they're gonna get a 1st down because our defense just choked. And yeah, we're calling all our timeouts now because we kind of have to. We got to get a stop. And, yep, minute 14 to go. We're going to need a miracle. 17-17. 2nd and 2. Minute 14 to go. Bills running it again. We do get a stop right there. Don't get the 1st down. Clock's in a run, though. 3rd and 2. And 40 seconds to go. I mean, you really need to force it. You need to force something here. If you could force a fumble, that's the greatest outcome you could have. And they're not going to get a 1st down. So 4th and inches, I mean, this is it. You get great stop, but with 20 seconds to go, they're gonna score the field goal here to win the Super Bowl. 3 seconds, and that's the game. And the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl on a field goal. 20-17. It's always a field goal that wins the Super Bowl, by the way, in these sims. So we get all the way just to lose by a field goal. Man, our offense was terrible in the first half. The defense, the Bills locked us up. We made a nice comeback in the fourth quarter, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough, as the Bills' defense was just too good for us. We couldn't overpower them. I mean, solid start, but I would have liked to have won the Super Bowl. Would have been nice in the first season. I mean, McCaffrey didn't do too hot today. Didn't have a lot of yards, but, you know, because they got first blood, you know, they were just always 3 points ahead of us. All right, let's go on to the offseason. So, we'll recap the Super Bowl here. In case you guys are curious, Josh Allen won the Super Bowl MVP. We got Hurts, McDermott, Jackson, Watt. We got Robinson from the Falcons and Carter from the Eagles, winning your rookies at the respectively. Let's go on to the offseason officially. All right, so here's the thing. We don't have a lot of money. We could restructure contracts. Collins, obviously, will be free agent. We'll probably let him walk, though. Sam Darnold, Farrell. I mean, there's nobody that's too important that we need to re-sign, if I'm being quite honest here. I mean, there's nobody that I'm like, wow, we need to re-sign them. I think Gypsy Chino would be cool to keep. But, you know, we have Brown, and he can make up for that, you know. So we should be okay there. We don't really have a lot to sign back. We get that in the draft, I guess. Brown is another corner. Don't really need it. So, I mean, obviously I'd like to keep Collins, but it's not really looking like I'm going to be able to. So, yeah, I don't know if we want to do any contract restructurings this season. I don't think it's imperative that we do it this year. But I am curious to see what the team salaries are looking like. Who is making the most money? It looks like Bosa is probably up there. I mean, he is, and can't really restructure his contract this season. So, I think Fred Warner, he's making a decent amount. So, I mean, yeah, we'll just we'll rock out with the squad. I mean, if there's any guys who want to add on like really, really small contracts, I mean, we'll do it in free agency, but most likely it's just going to be filling up holes through the draft, and then maybe at the start of the second season, if we want to fill out the roster with a couple extra pieces, we could do it then. All right, so the only thing I did was I made a small signing here, and I just got ourselves Cameron Irving, just a left tackle. I mean, he's probably not going to find the rotation, but I had a little bit of money, and I just was like, oh, let's just spend it on him. And that was really about it. We have a trade-off here for Mitchell. We can review them. I actually wouldn't mind trading him if I get some picks. I mean, we could get Shaquille Griffin at a 6th. Davis 5th, 6th, 7th. Shakir. No, I'm not quite feeling any of those. So, alright, we're just going to go on to the draft. I'll show you guys who we take in the first round, and then we'll go on to the draft recap once I make all my picks off camera, and then we'll show you guys what the team's looking like in the second season. Alright, so I'm going to see who's out there. Obviously, we do need a left tackle, like a good one, a right tackle. I could go with Marcus Taylor. I could go with Bryce Lowe. Do I want to go with Bryce Lowe? I mean, I know I signed a tackle, but he's not really that great. You know, left outside linebacker. Like, that's another guy we could go for. Bringing Adams out there. We go into Marcus Taylor. I think we'll go with, you know what? I think we are going to go with Bryce Lowe. We'll take him. He seems like the best fit for us, so we'll select him, and then, yeah, we'll make the rest of our selections off camera, and I'll show you guys who we got. All right, let's look at the draft recap. So, obviously, you saw who we took in the first round. I did get Dickerson, Morgan as well. Then we got Taylor Harden, Marquise Allen, Taj Edens, and Kari Flowers. So nothing too crazy, but that is what we did in the draft. So if I need to make any more signings to start the season, if there's any room, we can do that. But I'll see you guys at the start of the second season. We'll look at the roster and see how this team could do this year. Let's look at the roster. Second season, obviously coming off the Super Bowl appearance. We got Purdy still. We've got McCaffrey, Mitchell as your running backs. Juszczyk still our fullback. We've got Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Danny Gray. Just drafted Ronnie Bell. We got Morgan. We've got Kittle on our squad. Tight end, left tackle is Bryce Lowe, our new left tackle. Aaron Banks, left guard. Center's going to be Brendel. Burford is going to be our right guard. McKivitz going to be our right tackle. Drake Jackson, left end. Right end's going to be Nick Bosa. Defensive tackle, Armstead and Hargrave, your guys. Graham's going to be your left outside linebacker. right now. Mid linebackers would be Fred Warner, right outside linebacker Dre Greenlaw. Corners, Ward, Lenore, and Oliver. Browns would be free safety. Strong safety is Funga. So it's not great. Kicking's Moody. Punting is Wisnowski's still there. Yeah, I mean it's nothing. I mean there's definitely some holes on the team, but yet somehow with all those holes, we just have a lot of guys that are also really good. But let's see if there's any potential players we could pick up. I would like to get somebody for the Lions. I mean left tackle. What about right tackles? Any good right tackles? I mean Fetty. It's not great. I don't know. We'll look at the improved team, see if that maybe helps me out a little bit more, if there's anything I want to get out there. So if I go to the improved team, yeah, I definitely need tackles. I know that. It's pretty weak. Right tackle is our weakest spot. I mean, if there's any good centers out there, doesn't really look like there is. Right guards. I mean, not necessarily a bolster for any of these guys. I mean, right outside linebacker, Harden. We could go with like a Zach Cunningham for the season. I mean, I'm not too opposed for that. I'll take that for the season, might as well. And then, is there any way we can get a better right tackle? I mean, is he that much better? I will go with him, Fetty, why not? I mean, that's about it for moves. I think we're good. I think we just rock out with the squad that we've got for now. If we need to make a move at the mid-season point, we can. We can definitely consider it. So if I take a look at the scheme, what do we got in terms of fit? So 95% scheme fit for his West Coast zone run. I think that makes the most sense to kind of keep it that way. And then base 4-3 is 86. Is that our best? It's between that and 46. So we'll keep it at that. All right, I'm gonna simulate to the mid-season point. If there's any moves that I want to make then, I'll let you guys know. But chances are, I feel like we're going to be good again. Or at least we should be good again. So the 49ers currently sitting at 4-2 with the Rams. We're tied with the Rams. We're doing all right. Looking at the rankings, I mean, could be better, could be worse. Let's look at the stats. And Purdy, as you can see, I mean, 1,214 yards. Could be, a little bit more thrown from him. But he's got 10 TDs, 2 interceptions, 60% completion percentage, not too bad. 103.1 passer rating. So it's pretty solid. I mean, McCaffrey, 515, 3 TDs. Just you got to give him the ball. That's all. Then you can see the rest of the rushing there. 168 from Purdy. Mitchell with 151 and 4 TDs. Brandon Ayuk, 332, 3 TDs. Deebo Samuel, 302 with 3 TDs. 215 and 3 from Kittle. And it goes on and on. Blocking overall has been relatively solid this season. And then our defense, we got 52 tackles from Warner to lead the team. They got Dre with 37, 36 from Lenoir, and then we've got Travarius Ward, 28, 27 from Vanga, Oliver with 26, 22 from Brown, 17 from Bosa, 14 from Cunningham, Harik and Drake, 13 apiece. In terms of sacks, 3.5 from Bosa to lead the team right now. So not too many sacks. Then we got interceptions, 3 from Fred Warner, and then these guys down here with 1. And then we've got kicking, Jake Moody. Punting is Wishnowski. Which is pretty cool to see. You got your punting, kick return, and punt return, all that, right? So we're 20th in offensive yards, which could be better. Like I said, our passing is going to be near the bottom. We're not really passing the ball too much now. We're running a little bit better. We're scoring 22.8 points per game, which is pretty solid. I mean, it's not as great as we were last year, but still pretty good. And then defensively, we've been okay. 131 points allowed. That's pretty good. Pretty decent amount of points. And 591 in the rush. That's second best in the league in terms of yardage. Still don't defend too great against passing, though. But nevertheless, we're still doing well as a team. Sitting at 4-2. Now, I could try to make a move. If I look at the trade scenarios, we'll take a look at that in a moment. But I'm going to just review these offers again for Mitchell. Maybe they're better. Not much better. Not much better. So, I will see if there's any trades we could potentially make. Because we do have 930K in room. We don't even mind just getting more picks. Like, that's another thing. Like, maybe just get picks. You know what I mean? Like, if we have some extra guys that we don't need, like, we have a lot of left tackles. I mean, we can get rid of Jalen Moore, throw him in there, and just get like a pick. Even Cameron Irving, we don't really need him anymore. We just throw these two guys in, and we can maybe get a low first round pick. I mean, or something like that. Not even first rounder, but just like a fourth, fifth round pick. I'd be cool with that. I traded Moore and Irving to the Cowboys for a 7th round pick in 2025, which is this year. I just figured we'd just get another late pick. Nothing too crazy. I mean, those guys weren't going to plan on re-signing them, expiring, just get something for them. Well, not too big of a deal, right? A 7th round pick. So I think that's it for moves. Double check if there's anything else I want to do. But yeah, I think we're just going to go to the playoffs, hopefully make it again, and try to get back to the Super Bowl and win it this year. So we ended up making the playoffs, 10-7, but the Rams were also 11-6, and we're taking them out. I mean, our defense plummeted. Ooh, gosh. All right. That's kind of weird considering if you look at the rankings, we don't seem like should be a bad defensive team. But Purdy not throwing the ball a lot, 3,284 yards, but 20 TDs, 5 interceptions, 64% complete percentage, and 106.2 pass rating. We'll take it. Rush, we've got 1,444 yards and 9 TDs from McCaffrey, 406 from Purdy, Elijah Mitchell, 335 and 9 TDs as well. Brandon Ayuk, 984 and 12 on the receiving end with 734 and 5 from Samuel. We got 582 and 7 from Kittle, 458 and 2 from Gray. And it goes on and on. In terms of our blocking, overall, decent. I mean, Bryce Lowe, I guess he's a rookie, but 13 sacks allowed. You want to cut that down a little bit next season if you can. Fred Warner, 149 tackles, 120 from Greenlaw, 90 from Hufanga. Lynn Ward's going to have 87, 82 from Ward, 66 from Oliver, 64 from Brown, 51 from Bosa, 47 from Drake Jackson, 46 for Zach Cunningham, 40 from Armstead. In terms of sacks, we had 7.5 from Bosa, 5 from Hargrave, 3 from Greenlaw and Armstead, 2 from Warner, and the rest of these guys down here. In terms of interceptions, 6 from Fred Warner. That's a lot. And Hufanga's got 2, Lenoir's got 2, Ward's got 2, and these guys down here have 1. Kicking, Moody, and your punting, and your kick return and punt return there from the guys. So as you can see, 18th offensive yards. It is bottom half of the league a little bit. So we did take a little bit of a dip. Passing is going to be near the bottom. Now, our rush is going to be close to the top. We did score 23 points a game, which does put us also in the top half of the league there on that front. And defensively, you saw there, second worst in terms of yards allowed. Pass yards allowed, an egregious amount. We did defend better against the rush a little bit. We did allow 383 points, which is also near the bottom. So yeah, for some reason, our defense is not as great as you'd want it to be. Teams getting up and down the football field against us, so that got it. Hopefully, we can avoid that in the playoffs here against the Rams. But we'll see. And you can see their rankings; they are ranked way better than we are. So we'll see what happens in the Super Sim. Hopefully, we can advance past them. Here we are going to the Super Sim wild card. Let's see what happens here in the wild card against the Rams. SoFi Stadium. Similar to the end of the game. So started off here. Rams are going to get the first blood, go up 3-0. And in the second quarter, we are going to tie it up, but they're going to take the lead there, 10-3 on a touchdown. We're going to tie it up. They'll go into the second half. They're going to field goal 13-10. They're going to score again 16-10. And we're going to take the lead 17-16. They're going to get a field goal here. Can we score? They're going to score 22-17. Got to get a touchdown. We don't, as we lose 22-17 in the wild card. After getting to the Super Bowl, we lose in the wild card. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. Our defense, overall, the season wasn't great. I mean, I don't know if it was too big of a problem this game, but Purdy, 200 yards, 1 TD, 59% completion percentage, like a little bit higher, but McCaffrey also less than 4 yards a carry. What's going on, buddy? Debo Samuel 4 receptions, 70 yards, 5 receptions, 102 from Brandon Ayuk. That's pretty good. So you can see where most of the yards were going. But yeah, all right. I guess it's a little bit upsetting that we kind of underperformed a bit this season. At least got to the playoffs, but yeah, next 2 seasons, we got to lock it down. So this time around, the Eagles win the Super Bowl against the Chargers, 28-14. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. We got Mahomes, McCarthy, Mahomes, Donald, and Titans, Scotty Williams, and Glenn Jackson from the Bears, winning Rookies of the Year respectively. Let's go on to the offseason. All right, with over $60 million in cap, we got some guys we need to re-sign. Brandon Ayuk got to re-sign. Fanga, we got to re-sign. Greenlaw got to re-sign. So a lot of guys we got to re-sign. Ward, we got to re-sign. Ward got to re-sign. Mitchell, Armstead, a lot of guys this time around. Some of these guys we could let walk, but the back. But these guys around here I want to keep, so we'll try to re-sign them. negotiate some contracts, even keep on the squad. All right, so I got most of the guys I want back. I had to franchise tag Ward, but Mitchell, Armstead, Banks. I mean, without contract restructuring, don't think we can get those guys back. So we might have to do a little bit of money maneuvering. So I'll take a look and see. Because right now, yeah, like I said, we don't have a good amount of money. So let me go to the team salaries, see if we can try to free up some cap room, and then try to add some more talent to the team. All right, I traded for Lucas from the Seahawks, as well as a 5th and 6th round pick this year. Traded away 2 future seconds, Hood, Luda Jr., and Zakilj, to get ourselves a better right tackle, because we needed a right tackle. So that trade is much appreciated. Thank you, Seattle, for that. Since I don't have any money in free agency, we're just going to advance to the draft. I'll show you guys the draft recap once we get to that point, and we'll go on from there. Let's look at the draft recap. In case you guys are curious to see what we did, we got ourselves another center. We got a couple wide receiver, defensive tackle we needed, the defensive tackle, a couple ends, another running back, corner. So yeah, decent draft. Had a lot of young guys on the team, younger guys that we can maybe develop into something decent. And yeah, we'll go on from there. I feel like we had another good off season, and hopefully this 3rd season we can have another good season. I'm excited. So here we're at the start of the 3rd season. Let's look at the roster that we got. Pretty interesting, but because we've got Brock Purdy, we've got McCaffrey, Davis Price, because we lost it on Mitchell. That's fine. Fullbacks we use Strick still, so we still got him. We have Brandon Uick, Debo Samuel, and Danny Gray, which is pretty solid. Tight ends, we got George Kittle. Bryce Lowe is going to be our left tackle. Left guard's Aaron Banks, so he's hurt right now. Pear is going to be our center. Burford is going to be our right guard. Right tackle's be Lucas. We got Drake Jackson, left end. Nick Bosa, right end. Hargrave's going to be your defensive tackle now. We lost Armstead. Just another, it's fine. Not a big deal. Jalen Graham's going to be our left outside linebacker. Fred Warner, mid linebacker. Right outside linebacker is Dre Greenlaw. And we got Travarius Ward on the team on a franchise tag. We got Lenoir and Foot. Corners, Brown. Free safety, strong safety is Hufanga. And then we got our kicking is by Moody. And punting is by Wisnowski still. And we still have our picks. Yeah, except they're our 2nd rounders, which is fine. 2028. But that's cool. Not a big deal. 3rd season. Should be exciting. If we look at the improved team, we can look and see what positions of need are potentially out there for us. Left guard, obviously we have an injury, but I wouldn't mind trying to just just sign another guard. Like, I can go with, like, an Udoga for the season. I'll pick him up. Just to have another left guard that fits our scheme. Just to bolster up that line a little bit. Even the same thing with, like, a right outside linebacker. We can stop Harden. Pick up, like, pick on Travis Gibson if we wanted to for the season. I mean, maybe I'll take that risk and go for it since we can have him on the team. And why not? We might as well pick him up for the season. It shouldn't be too big of a deal to have him on our squad. So we're going to, like, look at the schemes and see what we have happening. So far, 87% West Coast zone run. That is certainly our best. And we'll keep it that way. Base 4-3, 82%. We do have the base 3-4, which is 83, a little bit better. Disguise 3-4 is kind of cool. We can go with that one as well. Why is this one 80? What's the difference? I can't see what the difference is in terms of counts. But anyways, we'll go with the Disguise 3-4. Yeah. We'll go with that. All right. I'll see you guys at the mid-season point of the 3rd season. I expect us to be good again, so let's be good again. We're struggling this season, 2-4 right now, so must be some injuries or something, because there's really no way that we should be this bad. So let's take a look and see what's going on. I don't know how we're 2-4. No, we don't have any injuries right now, so we're just bad. Alright, we gotta fix up some stuff then, because we're having a bit of a down season this year. Not sure why. Purdy is doing alright. 1340 yards, 14 TDs, 1 interception, 66% completion percentage, 117.6 passer rating. That's really good. McCaffrey has missed a game, but 429, 1 TD, which is cool to see. Brandon Uick, 632 with 6 TDs, 235, and nothing for Samuel. Kittle, 234 and 5 TDs. Danny Gray, 107, 1 TD. Blocking overall looks pretty good. I guess our defense has been kind of bad. Warner, 45 tackles. Same thing with Greenlaw, 35 from Fanga, 26 from Hargrave, 25 apiece between Ward, Lenoir, and Brown, as well as Foot. Then we get Gibson, 22, 21 from Bosa. He's got 7 sacks as well. 4 from Hargrave, 2 from Gibson, 1.5 from Jeremy Bramble. And just five interceptions, 2 from Ward, and then these guys down here with 1. Kicking, Woody's been perfect except for the extra point he's missed. You get your punting, kick return, and punt return. So yeah, I don't know why we are struggling. I mean, he's on offense, only 20th in terms of total yards, which is bottom half of the league. Our passing is, I guess relatively low. Yeah, it's kind of lowish, but our rush isn't even that high either this season. It's pretty high, but not too high. We scored 26.8 points per game. So I feel like our offense is pretty good. It's just our defense, I feel like, has been lackluster this entire video so far. I don't know why, but here we are. The defense has been pretty bad. Pass yards left, 1,585 yards. That's near the top. 698 rush yards. That's also not that great, but it's okay. It's passable. And 150 points allowed. So, some work to be had. We could try to make a trade to see if we have to add some defensive talent to the team, because clearly we're struggling on that end of the field. Let's see. We have a lot of guys up for negotiation of contracts as well for this upcoming season. Gaffrey we want to keep around. Brock Purdy's someone we want to keep around, I would assume, right? Kittle. There's a lot of guys. Ward, Debo Samuel. So it's a pretty big season we got coming up here. So hope we can keep all these guys, because it's gonna be tough. These guys might even end up retiring, but I don't know. We're gonna try to see if we can find a way to adjust maybe some of our schemes of the team and try to get this team to be in better shape, since we are currently 2-4 right now, which isn't that great. All right, I traded Dickerson, Gibson, and a third-round pick at 2027 away to the Packers. We got Von Ness and a 2026 fourth-round pick. So Von Ness is going to fit in as our new left outside linebacker, which should be pretty helpful. He's got 2 years left on his deal as well. Relatively young, so he should be able to help out the defense a little bit on that end. So not sure if it's going to make too much of a difference, but we'll see how this team does the rest of the way. All right, so we ended up picking it up in the second half of the season. We went 11-6 overall, pretty solid. Look at the rankings, not too bad. But let's look at the stats here and see how we did. So I guess, yeah, maybe getting Von Ness would be helpful. Brock Purdy threw for 36 TDs. That was number 1 in the NFL. 3555. I don't know. 3555. Yeah. 3,555 yards. 36 TDs, 1 interception, 70% completion percentage, 126.7 passer rating. Love that. Gaffrey, 4,423 yards, 9 TDs, 354 and 4 from Davis Price. You can see Purdy, 331, 212 and 4 from Juszczyk. There's a receiving 1,400 yards receiving and 17 TDs for running. That's excellent. Debo Samuel, 591, 557 and 10 from Kittle. Walton, 455, 2 TDs. Blocking overall was pretty good, except for Lucas, who gave a little too many sacks from Liking. In terms of defense, Drake Greenlaw, 121 tackles, 106 from Ford Warner. Fang has got 88, 69 between Hargrave and Lenoir, which is nice. Ward, 64, 62 from Foot, 61 from Brown, 55 from Bosa, 49 from Jackson, 40 from Von Ness. So overall, pretty good there. 11.5 sacks from Bosa, 10.5 from Hargrave, 6 from Bramble. Von Ness with 3.5, 2 from Newton. And it goes on and on from there. In terms of interceptions, 5 from Greenlaw, 3 from Warner and Ward, 2 from Brown, and these guys down here with 1. Kicking, you can see there Jake Moody. You got your punting, kick return, and punt return. Pretty solid. So top 10 offense in terms of total yards. It's pretty good. Look at this passing. 3,555, 3,555. It's not too bad. It's pretty decent. And our rush is near the top as well. And we did score 27.1 points per game, which was second in the National Football League, only to the Texans, who had the best record in the league, by the way. In terms of the defense, we were much better there, much improved. Pass yards allowed, still not great, but we'll cut that down hopefully next season. Our rush defense is really good, and we allowed 248 points, which was pretty low. So we did solid. Now the question is, how are we going to do in this wild card game? Can we get out of the wild card this time around? Try to get back and make a deep playoff run here. We got the Minnesota Vikings. You can see their rankings compared to ours. See if we can beat them. So in the wild card, here we are. We are the home team this time. So we're going to go into the Super Sim and see if we can beat the Vikings. So Simmons to end the game here. First blood will go to us, 7-0. We got to stop there in the Vikings. And we are going to score again, 10-0, second quarter. We're going to score a field goal again. They're going to get a touchdown there, 13-7. We're going the second half up 16-7, get a touchdown, go 24-7. They get a field goal, 24-10 in the fourth quarter. We stop them, get a safety, get a field goal, and we're going to end up winning this football game 29-10 and advanced past the Minnesota Vikings to go on to the divisional. So like that, much better performance this season in the playoffs. I mean, Purdy didn't do that great. He got outplayed by Sam Darnold, but, you know, that's okay. I mean, McCaffrey was good. Our defense was what was really good. So, defense won us this game, I'd say, for the most part. And it's perfect because our defense has been pretty bad this video. And I'm glad that it was good today. So, in the divisional, we've got the Eagles. You can see they were the number 1 ranked offense, number 10 ranked defense. So, comparative to us, they're probably the better team. We'll see. We are the home team, at least. So, let's see if we can win and get back to the conference championship game. One way to find out is go to the Super Sim and simulate it. So, I'll see you guys once I'm there. Alright, here we are. Super Sim is what we're about to do. And try to beat the Eagles. So, starting off here, jump forward to the end of the game. First blood will go to us. Never mind. It's 0-0 in the second quarter. They're going to get a field goal there. We already take the lead, though, 7-3 going into the second half. We're up 7-3. And it's still 7-3 fourth quarter. We get a touchdown there, 14-3. They're going to make it 14-11. We're going to go up 21-11. They're going to go 21-18. But we're going to end up winning the football game by 3 points and go on to the conference championship game. 21-18, beating out Nick Sirianni and the Eagles. I mean, again, our defense is what helped us out. It's what propelled us. We had a good offensive run in the fourth quarter. I mean, we let them almost try to come back, but our defense stopped them, which is fantastic. You can see there player stats as well. Deebo Samuel, 6 96 yards. That's nice. Yeah, we won 21-18. We're going to the conference championship again. Let's see who we can face this time and potentially beat and get back to the Super Bowl. Got the Falcons. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 12-5 they were this season. As you can see their rankings. Not the best defensive team, but certainly a very high-powered offensive team. So we'll have to have our defense continue to work like we've been doing it this year and see if we can beat them and advance to the Super Bowl. All right, here we are in the conference championship game. Let's head on to the Super Sim and simulate it to the end. So start off the first quarter. It is going to be 0-0, and we're going to get the first blood there in the second, and 2 straight touchdowns. They're going to touchdown. They're going 14-7 the second half. Falcons are going to tie it, and we're going to take the lead here 21-14. Can't get a stop there. 21-21. It's tight. It's close. OT, and we get a touchdown. They get a touchdown. Next score wins, and we get a field goal to win this football game to go back to the Super Bowl. 31-28, just outpacing the Falcons. So shout out to the shout out to the offense there at the end, the overtime. I mean, Purdy's completion percentage wasn't very good, but at least he had 3 TDs. You see there the rest of the stats there from our top receivers, McCaffrey. And yeah, the defense wasn't too great this game. Not as great as in the past, but hey, we got the W. That's all that matters. We're back in the Super Bowl. Wow. Oof. In the Super Bowl. There we go. Sound much better. We have the Houston Texans. I guess they have Nick Chubb. They picked him up. You can see the rankings. I mean, they were ranked better than us, but we have the clear talent advantage, I'd say. We're going to Atlanta once again. We were just there, so I guess we just stayed there for 2 weeks. Probably not. But let's see what happens here in the Super Bowl. See if we beat the Texans. We're doing it quarter by quarter as per usual. All right, so in the Super Bowl, we're going quarter by quarter. By the way, they also got Tua as their QB. That's pretty interesting. So we're going to go to the Super Sim and sim quarter by quarter here against the Texans, who are going to score first, 3-0, but we're going to get a field goal and a touchdown, 14-3 in the second quarter. That's a good start. And we have the ball here, and we are not going to score there, but we're going to score here to go up 17-3 in the second half. That's a good start, good sign. Let's see here if our defense can hold them off here. We get a safety, get a touchdown. It's a blowout in the Super Bowl right now. Fourth quarter, we're about to win the Super Bowl, it looks like. For some reason, I own the Texans in Sim. Every time I play them in the playoffs, we own them. So this is going to be a change of scenery here. Blowout. Yeah, it's a blowout, man. It is an absolute blowout. 40-3? Yeah, I was going to slow it down, but honestly, it was a beatdown. Wow, 40-3 in the Super Bowl. What a beatdown for our team. Shout out our defense. Really stepping it up. It was shocking that our defense has been so bad, and now we're good. I love it. And we won the Super Bowl in our third season. Let's friggin' go. 40-3. I'm guessing Purdy's going to be the Super Bowl MVP, I would assume. But wow. What an insane. Here's Kittle touching it. Purdy's touching it. They're all touching it. There's the black guy with the white arms. There's the neck. And there's Purdy holding on to that Super Bowl trophy. His first. Maybe we can get another one. That'd be cool. That would be really cool if we can get multiple Super Bowls. Although that nail, though, is kind of gross. You saw that? His nail was, like, chipping through. I don't know. Anyways, won the Super Bowl. 40-3. I mean, yeah, Purdy, 360 and 5 TDs. Holy mackerel. And yeah, Tua had a stinker today. Ugh, terrible. But hey, we got the job done. Defense was absolute lockdown. Almost shut him down. And it just wasn't even close from the start. So, I'm kind of shocked. I own the Texans. When I saw the Texans, in my mind, I was thinking, yes, this is who I want to face. And I'm glad we did, because for some reason, I usually seem to beat them in the sim. Okay, so beat down in the Super Bowl. Let's look at the Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, it's going to be Brock. No, it's not. Wow, it's not Brock Purdy? Really? Really? Well, I got to look at the stats again. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Bailey, Lamar Jackson, Max Crosby, Chuck Keenan from the Packers, Browns, Kendrick Cooper. Can we look at stats? I don't know if we can. Is there a way I can look at the Super Bowl? Let me double check. I have no idea. If I go to the postseason and we go to, can I view the box score? And player stats. Yeah, what did Brandon Ayuk do? Because, like, 5 TDs, and he didn't, I mean, 5 receptions, 227 yards. You know what? That is pretty impressive for a wide receiver. 4 TDs from him. That's pretty impressive. 5 receptions and 227 yards. That is impressive. That actually is pretty impressive. We got a lot of money to play around with, but it's not going to be that much because most of the guys that we want to re-sign are really damn good. Is Brandon Ayuk not a free agent? I thought he was. Oh, no, I re-signed him already. Yeah, no, Samuel. Okay, yeah. So we got to keep McCaffrey, obviously. All these guys want to try to keep, so we'll see if we can. I'll throw this contract at him. Hopefully he stays. Yep, beautiful. I'll try to get them as low as I can in price. So yeah, let's see if we can keep. There might be some players we need to franchise tag. I'll let you guys know. All right, I'm doing a risky game here. So here's the thing. Brock Purdy didn't want to accept my offer. I might have lowballed him a little bit. Maybe a little too much. Probably should have got him back. Upset. I franchise tag Kittle because I'm going to have to take a chance and hope he resigns. Might end up losing Drake Jackson, which kind of sucks. I need to keep Purdy. It'd be weird if I didn't keep him. But it wouldn't be the end of the world, I guess, if I can't sign him. But, you know, all right. That's tough. That's very tough. Okay. We're on a free agency. We got most of the guys back except Purdy. So we basically just have to re-sign Brock Purdy. Try to. Might have to free up some cap. Somehow, some way, trade some guys away. If I even can. But he wants $40 million. I don't have enough money. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to re-sign him. I may not be able to re-sign Purdy. I might have to. I think I'm gonna have to find a replacement for him, which would suck after winning a Super Bowl. But it's looking like I might have to. All right, traded away Jake Brindell to the Broncos for a little bit more cap for a 4th round pick this year. I am gonna have to trade for a QB. I don't have the space to get Brock Purdy. It's just not gonna happen. Which sucks. Because boy would I like to keep him, but it's not really gonna work out that way. I literally can't re-sign him. I don't think. Okay. Yeah, I mean I could try. If I give him 18 million and 21 million, okay, what if I do this? Nope, it still complains. Yeah, no, it's not working. 6-year maybe? 5-year? I'd have to literally give him lower than what he would want. It's just not going to happen. We ain't getting Purdy. We ain't getting Purdy. He is going to go to the Patriots, which sucks. But any good QBs out there besides him? Trey Lance. No, all right, we're gonna have to make a trade. All right, I'm gonna see if I can try to get a replacement QB then for Brock Purdy. Dang, that sucks. All right, well, Brock pretty went to the Patriots, so I just said, you know what, let's just take Mac Jones from them. I mean, it's a slight downgrade, but he still fits the scheme of the team. Give him up second, third, 2 fifths, 2 fourths. Get Mac Jones, bunch of 7th and a 6th round pick. So I guess that's fine. It's not too bad, not too big of a deal. And we do have some money, I think, to play around, so I do need to get a left end and defensive tackle. As it's fine. It could be worse. It definitely could be a lot worse. So at least we have some extra picks. So let me try to fill out the rest of the team and see what we can do going forward. All right, so let's do free agency recap. I did make a couple signings. We did get back some old friends of ours in Armstead and Jackson. And I did pick up Calvin Austin III, another wide receiver, to help out our squad. So yeah, I guess Mac Jones, you're a QB. We're gonna go on to the draft. We got a decent amount of picks. So whoever we can get to just kind of round the roster in the draft, I'll let you guys see it. We'll go on to the draft recap and then simulate the start of the 4th season. Try to repeat or maybe win another championship in the next 2 seasons. All right, let me show you guys the draft recap. Pretty insane in the sense of it's actually not that insane. A couple linebackers, another free safety, right guard, backup QB. Some corners, some guards, not too bad. A lot of young guys, a lot of extra guys just on the squad, practice squad players, things of that nature. So it should be cool. Heading on to the 4th season, let's see how this team is looking. All right, let's look at the roster here. 4th season. I've been recording for 1:38, and it's only the 4th season. Isn't that crazy? Well, we've got a decent amount of guys that are pretty good. So we have Mac Jones, QB now, McCaffrey, Davis Price, your backs, combos. No Kyle Juszczyk, wide receiver Brandon Ueck, Samuel, and Walton. We've got tight end still George Kittle on our team. He's got a franchise tag. Right slow's gonna be our left tackle. Left guard's gonna be Aaron Banks. Center's Richard Pear. Right guard Spencer Burford. Lucas right tackle. Left end Drake Jackson. Nick Bosa's right end. Reek Armstead's gonna be your defensive tackle. Bramble. The Ness gonna be left outside linebacker, mid linebacker Fred Warner. Right outside linebackers Drake Greenlaw still. We've got Javarius Ward, Lenoir's, and Foot as your corners. Free safeties Brown. Strong safeties Ofanga. And then we got our kickers Moody. Punting is Wisnowski. We still got our picks as well, which is cool. Our first round picks. I might be trying to make a massive trade at the trade deadline. Assuming we have the money, which I don't think we do. Right? Well, actually, we do. We do. We could make a trade at the deadline. Quite honestly, I don't know what that would look like. But let's see the right guard. Is that right guard right now? Burford. I mean, we could move him. I mean, Vaughn we got. He's could be pretty good. We'll see. Yeah, there's definitely... there's a scenario where we just make a massive trade. There's definitely a scenario where we do that. For now, we'll just keep the team as is, and see you guys at the mid-season. All right, we're playing lovely right now. 5-2. It's pretty good. Our offense is number 2. Defensively, we're 15th. It's okay. Not too bad. I love our offense. Let's see our squad. Mac Jones. I mean, he's playing well. 740 yards, 16 TDs, 3 interceptions, 71% completion percentage, 117.6 passer rating. Pretty solid. McCaffrey, 755, 7 TDs from him. He's doing well. Davis Price, your backup running back. Debo Samuel's got 537 yards, 4 TDs, 41 and 6 from Ray Ueck. Nate Walton, 326, 3 TDs. McCaffrey is even getting in on the action. Our blocking overall has been good this season so far. Defensively, Ofega's leading the team in tackles, 47, 45 from Warner, 45 from Greenlaw, 31 from Foot, 26 from Ward and Brown, 24 from Lenoir and Bramble, 20 from Bosa. And our sacks, Bramble, 3.5, 3 from Bosa, 1 from Greenlaw, and a half sack from Arik Armstead. 4 interceptions as a team. These guys with 1. You got your Moody, kicking, your punting, your kick return, and your punt return. So I'm trying to think if there's any other options out there, because I do want to make a move. Hey, look at that. Patriots is 7-0. Okay, 7-0. I hate to see that. Okay, passing is near the top. Our rush is the top. And we're scoring 27.4 points per game, which is 3rd best. Only behind the friggin' Patriots, who got Brock Purdy from me. Defensively, we, like I said, are doing pretty good. Right there with these bums. Our pass yards allowed 1479. I feel like that's solid. Yeah, it's about where... No, it's okay. It could be slightly better. Our rush, 736, is not too bad, and we're allowed 146 points in total, which is decent. Right there, the Patriots are right there, man. I can't stop seeing them. All right, we gotta make a trade. I think I want to add some talent on this team. I want to add another piece. I don't know what it would be. We only have 8 players up negotiation. That's kind of crazy. Fred Warner, George Kittle, Brown. That's not a lot. I mean, yeah, Bryce's got an option. That's not bad. Okay, so we just got to get a couple guys back, and we should be good for our 5th and final season. But I do want to make a move. I want to try to acquire another really good player, possibly on the offense, man, honestly. But I try to acquire like a stud wide receiver. Or we could try to get like both, a wide receiver and a defensive tackle, or something like that. I don't know, maybe offense and defense. Because I don't really need my picks, especially for this year. I mean, we've had a lot of draft picks, so yeah. I'll try to see if I can move them. All right, I traded for Russo and Russell from the Bills, 2 first-round picks, a 2nd and a 3rd-round pick. And we got ourselves a talent upgrade there, both on the offensive and defensive end as well. 2 guys that fit the scheme of our team. Should be helpful, improve our team, and put ourselves in better standing. I like it. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We should be one of the better teams in the NFL. I've never seen that before. I have never seen that before. This is the first time I've seen this in my... I think I've been playing Madden for I don't know how long. I've never seen a game. I've never seen the standings like that because of a tie. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's the first time I'm seeing that. Well, anyways, we were 12-5. I mean, the tie was the Seahawks, but you can see our rankings there. Should be able to beat Tampa Bay, but I don't want to jinx ourselves. Let's look at the stats. How did Mackie Boy do? The mac and cheese, not too bad. 2,037 yards, 37 TDs, 8 interceptions, 69% complete percentage, 113 passer rating. Rush-wise, McCaffrey, awesome. 1,727 yards, 17 TDs, 420 and 5 from Price. Love that from him. Receiving-wise, Brandon Ewick, 1,449 yards, 1,149 yards, 22 TDs. It's fantastic. 978 and 5 from Samuel. Russell with 749 and 6. Kittle, which is cool. Walton up there as well. Yeah, our receivers are great. Blocking was good for the most part. Defensive tackles, we've got Greenlaw leading the way, 115, 111 from Warner, 92 from Fafanga, 70 from Foot, 68 from Lenoir, 67 from Brown, 63 from Bramble, 59 from Ward, 56 from Armstead, 54 from Russo, 48 from Bosa. So we just keep going on and on. 11 sacks from Greg Russo is why we got you, buddy. Bramble with 7 sacks, Armstead with 7 sacks, 5.5 from Bosa. In terms of interceptions, you got 4 from Foot, 3 from Warner, 2 from Ofanga, 2 from Ward, 1 from Lenoir. Kicking, Moody made all of his extra points and only missed 1 field goal. You got your punting, kick return, and punt return. So not too bad there. Top 3 in offensive yards. And was the Patriots number 1 team? No, they weren't. Okay, I just had to make sure. So yeah, we were top 3 in yardage. Our passing was pretty good. Our rush is what was the best in the league. Which makes sense. 26.9 points per game, 2nd best. Defensively, we were also pretty solid, as you can see there. We were a nice defensive team. Pass yards allowed a little higher than, you'd want it to be, but our rush defense was the 2nd best, only to the Raiders, who were 13-4. They're obviously really good. I don't know who the best team was. Oh, there you go, the Ravens. We allowed 330 points. Not too bad. Yeah, overall the team's good. We got the Buccaneers in a wild card. Let's see if we can beat them and advance to the divisional. So I'll see you guys once I'm there. It's a rainy day in our in our field in Santa Clara. So we're entering the Super Sim. So let's do it. Sim to the end of the game. Started off here. Buccaneers going to get the first blood 7-0. They're going to actually take a 10-0 lead going into the second half. We're going to be 10-7. They're going to go up 17-7. So we're down 77. Can we score here? We do. Make it 17-14. Get a stop. And can we score again here? We can't. And we're down 24-14, 27-14. We're going to lose this football game. Ugh. All right. Well, we lost in the wild card again. And I like that he's getting wet. He should be getting wet after that performance. Shanahan, what the hell are you doing, buddy? Yeah, 27-14, not good enough. Mac Jones, how'd we do? I mean, he was okay. He was pretty good. We got outplayed by Forrest Townsend, though. Defensively, could have been a little bit better. But you guys see the rest of the guys there. It looks like Deebo Samuel just wasn't really playing. No idea. But all right, let's head on to the offseason. All right, and we got the Eagles winning the Super Bowl against the Ravens. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP by Mahomes, Peterson, Rice, Parsons, and we got Sean Ross for the Panthers, and Britton Allen from the Lions, winning rookies respectively. All right, got fifth and final season coming up here. Let's see if we can maybe get some of our guys back and try to, make one more Super Bowl run. All right, we got to do some contract restructurings here. But as you can see, we've got a few guys here. Kittle, we want to keep around Fred Warner. Oh, Kittle's... Oh, I was about to say Kittle's gone. No, he's right there. Okay. Obviously, the guys have options. Bryce Love's got an option. We accept them. We're accepting Edward Russell's option. We're going to accept... we like to keep around Brown, I guess, too. Malone has no option. Jake Moody, I wouldn't mind keeping him, too. But lower priority on the totem pole. So, yeah, we're going to have some contract restructurings. We'll have money. We'll have money to get them back, I think, and then add a few other players. Maybe even try to make a trade, actually. That might be better. But let's see what we got here going on in terms of the team salaries. We've got ourselves a restructuring of Bosa that needs to be done, and we're going to do that right now. Boom. That's going to free up a lot of money. Brandon Uick. Boom. So I'm going to do all this, and then we're going to get back on into the re-signings and see what we can keep for this upcoming fifth and final season. Alright, so we're going to have like 19-something million in cap room. Zay Flowers be a hell of a pickup for us, and I can afford him. Jahmyr Gibbs, a backup running back, too, would be interesting as well. Both of those options are really good. I don't think we can get Zay Flowers, but I would like to. I'll throw him a contract if he wants to come to our squad. If we can get him, great. If we can't, not going to lose sleep over it. We're not in the hunt, but I'm going to actually adjust it. Give him an even friendlier player contract, and maybe then he will... I lied. It's got to be less of a bonus. Maybe then he'll be a little bit more enticed to it. We'll see. We'll see if we can get him. That'd be our big signing if we wanted to get somebody. But that would be about it, and then we can just try to make a trade in our fifth and final season before we start. All right, I did this trade here with the Ravens to get Sweet and Jackson for a first, fourth, and 2 fifth-round picks. So I've kind of struck out in free agency. There's just really nobody that I've picked up. But, I made those moves there. So I'm just going to sim to the fifth and final season just because, we don't really have any draft picks anyway. Maybe at that start of the fifth and final season, we'll make another trade since we'll have those like 20, 30 picks. And we can just move those to try to get another player before we start simulating. Fifth and final season. Let's look at the roster that we have currently right now. Mac Jones, QB. We've got McCaffrey, Chris Jackson. We got running backs. Still got David Price as well. Brett Sweet's got fullback. Wide receivers got Brandon Uick, Deebo Samuel, and Edward Russell. Tight ends, Kittle still. We've got left tackle, Bryce Lowe. Left guards, Aaron Banks. Center, we've got Burford's going to be our right guard. Vaughn's also there too. We got Lucas, right tackle. Russo, left end. Right end's Nick Bosa. Jerry Brambles will be our defensive tackle. Van Ness, left outside linebacker, mid linebacker, Fred Warner. Right outside linebacker, Dre Greenlaw. Corners, Ward, Lenoir, and Foote. Jared Brown could be our free safety, strong safety. Ufango's been really good. Moody kicking, punting, Wisnowski. And as you can see, we don't have a lot of picks. But we do have a first-round pick here. 2030, first, second, third. I might move those bad boys just to try to get the talented piece on the team. Just to complete the squad. I mean, if I look at the improved team, we're pretty good in every spot. But there's always a way we can make things better, and I think the way to do that is getting a better. Want to get a better right guard? I mean, Spurford's been solid. Vaughn. We could try to acquire a really good right guard. So I'll look around if that's our move that we want to make. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing so. Try to get like a superstar right guard that fits the scheme of our team. So I think we could do that, and then I'd be happy with the squad. I think we're good no matter what. But we have 21.2 million. We have some firsts. Obviously, we could just trade all these bad boys, throw those guys in, and see if we can find in the trade finder. All right, I traded for Vera, Tucker, and Moore from the Jets. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth round picks. Most of those being 2030 when the video is going to be over, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this team is looking great. On paper, we should be a very good team. We made more improvements. Our scheme fit's not that great at all, but we'll run a zone run. Base 4-3 on the defense seems okay. I think we'll just keep it that way. So we'll see what ends up happening. There's a lot of talent in the squad. Let's try to win a lot of football games and get back to the Super Bowl. 5-2. 5-2 is pretty good. Look at our rankings. #1 offense, which that makes sense. Defensively, though, again, look at the rankings. Not that great compared to the overalls. Should be better. But I will say this. Mac Jones plays like he plays. He's running our top offense. I'll take it. I mean, he's playing really well. 1,735 yards, 13 TDs, 3 interceptions, 74% completion percentage, 190.8 passer rating. Rush-wise, McCaffrey, 704 yards, 4 TDs. He's going to have another good season. Chris Jackson, 131, 5 TDs from him so far. Brandon Ewick, 624, 10 TDs. 353 and 1 from Samuel, 223, 159. Kittle and Moore. Blocking has been superb for the most part. Pretty good. And then Warner leading team in tackles, 61. Fangus got 43, 40 from Greenlaw, 31 from Ward, 29 from Foot, 25 from Armstead and Russo, 24 from Lenore, 20 from Bosa, 20 from Johnson. So that's looking great. QB sacks. I mean, nobody's doing too great there, but Armstead, Bosa, 2 sacks apiece. Yeah, surprisingly, sacks kind of low. Only 3 interceptions to the team. Kicking wise, there's your kicking, your punting, kick return, and punt return. Yeah, our defense has not been great, but our offense is #1 in the National Football League in terms of yards. We're passing 1,735 yards. That's near the top, but of course, as per usual, top 3 in rush. And we're scoring 27.4 points per game. That's #1. Defensively, like I said, not quite there. But maybe we could turn it on in the playoffs. Who knows? 656 pass yards allowed. That's near the top. Our rush defense is excellent, though. We've allowed 150 points, which is near the bottom of the league. So it could be better, could be worse. Well, maybe. I mean, obviously, there's no moves we can make, really, that'll make our team so much better. So we're just keeping the team as is, and we'll see what happens. Russell's got some trade offers. We can review them. I don't know if there's going to be anybody good. I mean, we can get like another back and then a couple picks. We don't really need the picks. Darnell Savage to improve the defense is not the worst thing in the world. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. Devin White in a 6th from the Cowboys. That's also not the worst thing in the world. Joshua Palmer in a 4th to just get a better wide receiver. I mean, honestly, that's your deal? I'll do it. Screw it. We'll take for Joshua Palmer. Why not? Trade away Russell. Just a year older. I mean, and he's 4 overall better. Why would I not do that? Okay, yeah, and we get a pick from it. Not that it matters, since this is the 5th and final season. But yeah, I'll take Joshua Palmer for the Chargers. Thanks. All right, I'm happy with the squad. Let's see you guys at the end of the season. You have it. We're 14-3. Got the bye. You can see the offense looks great. The defensive rankings look pretty good. I'm hoping we can win another Super Bowl in this video, and I'm hoping this is the season because this is the last season. With 2 different quarterbacks would be pretty impressive too, actually. Mac Jones, 3,913 yards, 20 TDs, 9 interceptions, 70% completion percentage, 111.6 passer rating. And there's McCaffrey, 722 yards, 10 TDs, 351 and 16 from Chris Jackson. So that's pretty good to see. How about the receiving? 1,460 yards from Brandon Ewick, 20 TDs. I mean, this dude's a monster. He's just a monster. Deebo Samuel, 708 and 2. 563 and 1 from Kittle, 494 and 2 from Elijah Moore, Palmer 277 and 2. I mean, we just got got too many receivers, man. It's crazy. Blocking overall looks pretty good for the most part. I mean, decent, solid. Take it. Tackles, Fred Warner on defense, 116, 108 from Greenlaw, 79 from Hufanga, 69 from Ward, 66 from Foot, 61 from Bosa and Lenoir, 56 from Russo, 50 from Armstead, 47 from Brown, 42 from Bramble. So overall pretty good there. Our sacks, 13 from Bosa, 6.5 from Russo, 6.5 from Armstead, 4 from Bramble. And it kind of just keeps going down from there. Interception, 7 from Fred Warner. Love that. 3 from Greenlaw, 2 from Ward. And these guys down here all have 1. There's Moody's kicking, your punting from Wisnowski, your kick return and punt return there from Antonio and Walton. So top 4th, number 4 in offense. And we're the best team in the league, by the way, in case you guys were curious. Passing, 3,917 yards. That is near the top. And our rush is also near the top. And we scored 2nd most points. Defensively, number 1. Number 1 in yards. We stepped it up, man. Pass yards, better. Definitely better this season. Our rush was best in the league. 290 points allowed, 2nd best. Our team was awesome. Now, can we win another Super Bowl in this video? Well, let's find out. We'll see you guys at the Super 70. This is the best chance. I mean, we have a really good team this year. Hopefully we can do it. But the Packers, 10-7. We were 14-3. You can see their rankings compared to ours. We should be the better team, but knowing EA, sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. So we're going to the Super Sim. Let's see how we... All right. Super Sim in San Francisco. Go to it. See what happens. So we're going to jump forward. Let's do it. End the game. See how we fare against Green Bay. Starting off here, we're going to get first blood 7-0. They're going to tie it up. They'll go into the 2nd quarter. They're going to take the lead here, 14-7. And it's not looking good because they're going to score again. We're down 21-7. Can't seem to score. We're going to score here, make it 21-10. And we're going to lose the football game. 28-17. We're going to lose. So after all of that, we lose in the wild card. Okay, yay. I told you. I knew that would happen. Just so typical. 28-17. And there's that neck that I hate looking at. Mac Jones got output by Chuck Heenan. Not that he's terrible, but yeah. The defense had a malfunction in the 2nd quarter. I'll tell you that much. We're very good there, but wow, what an unfortunate way to end the video. At least we got a Super Bowl. I can't be mad because we got a Super Bowl, but dang, you had a great. This was our chance. This was a great season right here, and we just couldn't get the job done. So, all right, Super Bowl recap. Let's see who wins it and go on to the offseason. Well, not the offseason. The bowl screen to close it. Cowboys beat the Bengals, 35-27. Dak, Super Bowl MVP. You got Dak also winning the MVP. Mike McCarthy, Brandon Ayuk, Offense Player of the Year. That's awesome. That's very awesome to see. You're on the thumbnail, my friend. That was given. All right, Myles Garrett, Defense Player of the Year. We got Brian Barnett from the Commanders and Seahawks. Chad Meander, Rookies of the Year. Not that it matters since they won't exist anymore because this video is over. Full screen, close of the video. All right, well, we got ourselves a Super Bowl, which is cool. But unfortunately, couldn't get another one. Kind of weird that we let go of... I mean, we didn't really let go of Brock. He just kind of walked. I couldn't get him back. What are you going to do? At least we got a decent QB. We got a good season, but it would have been nice to win another Super Bowl. Regardless of all of that, we got two teams left. Eagles and the Chiefs. We're going to do it in that order. I usually do AFC, NFC. I alternate. Sometimes one time I messed up. I did 2 AFC teams in a row. Happens. But this time it's going to be intentional. Since the AFC won Super Bowl, it makes sense to just do the Eagles first, then do the Chiefs. So that's why. This instance, it'll be intentional. But anyways, yeah, the last 2 teams in the normal team rebuilds, I'm going to fantasy draft. And after that, it's going to be kind of up in the air with Madden, what we want to do next. There'll be a couple video ideas. So obviously, I got a lot of content that we got. We got 2K. NHL, I plan on doing NHL. I mean, getting yelled at for not knowing names. So I'm excited for that, as per usual. And I want to get FIFA in, or EA Sports FC. I want to get another couple videos in there for that and try to pick that up a little bit as well, slowly but surely. But with soccer, it's a little bit different. It's not a big priority on the channel, but I do want to get into it because it looks like it could be kind of a fun game and something that I can at the very least play until, with MLB The Show, because soccer is constant sport that always goes on, right? So, anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna head on out. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Peace.